Henry Okah was born in Nigeria's oil-rich Niger Delta, a region where wealth from petroleum often contrasted sharply with the poverty of local communities. Educated partly abroad and exposed to international politics, Okah grew into a controversial figure whose name would later be associated with militancy, legal battles, and diplomatic tension between nations. Okah emerged in the early 2000s as a figure linked to militant movements in the Niger Delta. The region was plagued by environmental damage, underdevelopment, and political neglect. Many young men joined armed groups, claiming to fight for resource control and justice. Okah, often described as educated and strategic, became associated with leadership elements within these movements, especially those tied to the movement for the emancipation of the Niger Delta. Miend. Authorities in Nigeria and abroad accused Okah of involvement in militant operations, including sabotage of oil installations and violent attacks. While some locals viewed militants as freedom fighters, governments classified their actions as terrorism. Okah's alleged role in coordinating attacks made him a central figure in the conflict narrative, drawing international. In 2007, Nigerian authorities arrested Okah on charges linked to arms trafficking and militant activities. His detention was seen as a major breakthrough for the government. However, after negotiations with militant groups and the launch of an amnesty program, Okah was released in 2009. His freedom was short-lived, and soon he left Nigeria, settling in South Africa. In 2010, after twin bombings in Abuja during Nigeria's independence celebrations, South African authorities arrested Okah. The arrest was based on allegations that he had orchestrated the attacks from abroad. The case quickly turned into a diplomatic and legal issue, as it involved cross-border terrorism, evidence gathering, and the application of international law. After a lengthy trial in the South Gauteng High Court, Okah was found guilty in 2013 on multiple counts related to terrorism. The court sentenced him to 24 years in prison. The judgment demonstrated South Africa's willingness to prosecute international terrorism cases under its own laws, even when the crimes occurred outside its borders. Okah's legal team pursued appeals, arguing issues of jurisdiction and fairness. The case reached higher courts, where constitutional principles such as fair trial rights, due process, and international cooperation were discussed. Though the Constitutional Court did not overturn the conviction, the proceedings highlighted the role of judges in balancing national law with international obligations.
This was a trial under the Act number 33 of 2004, wherein the accused was charged with 13 counts. The state called some 34 witnesses. Their testimony stands uncontradicted. The accused had the right to testify, but elected not to testify, which of course is his constitutional right to do. However, that meant that the evidence of all the accomplices that worked with him stand uncontradicted. Their evidence points directly to him as being the leader, the planner, the funder, and the supplier of all the equipment, the dynamite, and the assembly of the car bombs that were used to cause the car bombings that occurred in Warri on the 15th of March 2010, and then again on the 1st of October 2010 at Eagle Square in Abuja, Nigeria. In paragraph 306 of the written reasons for my judgments, and these are as follows. For the reasons set out above, I've come to the conclusion that the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt the guilt of the accused on the main charges of counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 as set out in the indictment.
The case sparked debates in Nigeria, South Africa, and beyond. Some argued that Okah was a political actor caught in complex regional struggles, while others insisted that terrorism must be prosecuted regardless of political motives. Human rights groups examined the fairness of the trial, while legal scholars used the case to discuss extraterritorial jurisdiction. Henry Okah's story reflects the intersection of militancy, diplomacy, and international law. His journey from the Niger Delta to a South African prison illustrates how modern justice systems address cross-border crime. The case remains a significant example of how courts, governments, and public opinion interact when terrorism allegations cross national boundaries.